This is the Wire Report for 1500, October 28th, 2023. Precedence is routine. Information cutoff is 1400. Bottom line up front. Israeli advance meets heavy resistance in northern Gaza. Regional players begin intensifying the conflict. Beginning with international events. On the Middle Eastern front, information warfare takes center stage as all sides seek to amplify their gains and downplay losses. Israeli forces have declared they are jamming much of the electromagnetic spectrum and spoofing GPS signals, resulting in some of the most significant electronic warfare effects seen in years. Pro-Palestinian fighters have amassed on the Iraq-Jordan border in substantial numbers. Egyptian and Israeli aircraft have reportedly engaged in foreign relations, with pilots using aggressive maneuvers towards each other over the border and waters between the two countries. In Lebanon, the U.S. Embassy urges all U.S. citizens to immediately leave the country. Similar travel alerts are routinely being established by most European nations regarding much of the Middle East. The United Nations General Assembly adopts a resolution calling for an immediate humanitarian ceasefire in Gaza. In response, Israel's ambassador states that, quote, "The United Nations holds not even 1 ounce of legitimacy." Vodafone has announced they are setting up emergency cell towers in Egypt on the border with Gaza, with the intent to provide data services for those documenting combat actions within Gaza. Elon Musk requests any aid groups in Gaza to make contact with Starlink services, but as of now, no ground terminal in Gaza has requested a satellite link. On the home front in the United States, in Maine, Robert Card found dead following an extensive search. Details are extremely limited, but he was reportedly found in a dumpster with 2 gunshot wounds to the head. No further information on this at this time. Analyst comments for this wire. Despite the sparse flow of information, it is possible that the Israeli advance slowed last night shortly after a multi-pronged assault into northern Gaza. Hamas claims the attack was halted due to their defensive efforts. Within a few minutes of this announcement, Israeli pundits and influencers claimed the halt in the north was voluntary, and that the real attack will occur at a different time and place. After a few hours, IDF officials have claimed that the start of the military operation has not yet been declared. Either way, speed will likely not be a deciding factor in this fight, and though video evidence indicates extremely intense fighting, the losses from either side are not known. None of the claims by either side will likely be verified within time for operational success to practically be gauged. By the time information becomes verified, it is overcome by events, or OBE, and no longer relevant. What is more clear is that multiple assaults on Gaza are ongoing, and that statements from IDF officials claiming the assault hasn't begun yet are likely gaslighting attempts intended to save face resulting from losses taken by heavy resistance. Amphibious landings have occurred in the west, and armored and infantry advances in the north, east, and south. If this not yet begun conflict is a feint or a ruse, it is unclear as to where the real attack will take place, as Gaza is already being engaged on all fronts. This concludes the wire for 1500 Zulu, October 28th, 2023.